Hi everyone, Leo, welcome to your November Psychic Tarot reading with me. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris from Psychic Insights. So this month we are doing 4 cards from the Morgan Greer deck and then 4 as clarifiers from the Rider-Waite. So if any of the cards duplicate themselves, that's more of a message to sit and meditate upon. I also work with psychic messages during the reading, so we'll see what pops up and what specific messages are coming. Let's get started. Now remember, check out your rising and moon signs as well, because you may resonate with those more than even this one. Let's see. Leo, 2 of Swords, the Star, the World, the 9 of Wands. Such a colourful deck, the Morgan Greer too. The colours just seem to jump out at you and like invigorate you and make you kind of more aware perhaps of certain aspects of each card. Let's see what the Rider-Waite is going to clarify for each of those. So for Leo, the Lion, the 4 of Cups, oh my gosh, that's a nice combination. The 9 of Cups, the 6 of Rods, and the 4 of Pentacles. Well, nice looking cards. Lots of blue kind of energy up here and through here. Lots of blue coming through. And I always think of blue as being energies that are coming in and not yet settled or necessarily solidified, so it's kind of like still up in the space and still up in the ethers. So you have 2 major arcanas in a row, you have 2 rods, 2 cups in a row, a pentacle and a sword, so you have a fine mix of everything going on. No court cards, so I think this month could be more about your direction and your own satisfaction than perhaps about necessarily thinking too much about other people and what they want. But let's start with the first card, the 2 of Swords. In fact, interestingly enough, the card beneath it kind of does emulate or give off a very similar feeling or message. The 2 of Swords with this ecliptical moon up here, and you've got a star next door to it, gives me the feeling that we're talking about planetary issues or lineups or you know, configurations, and especially going back to the eclipses that were around in September, and also perhaps the full moons we've had as well. So they may have had an effect on you that are creating this thoughtful place that you're currently in and the actions that are around you. The 2 of Swords gives us the feeling of being at a crossroads of sort and wondering or pondering which way to go, and you're thinking upon it, thinking, should I go left or right, or take this way or that way? So there's a degree of uncertainty around you, and lots of thinking about what it is you want and where you're headed. And this may have started in and around September or even before, and it's just there's a degree of this uncertainness. And for Leo, that's quite uncommon, because you're often more determined and have a kind of a definitive path on where you're going. So there's something around you that you either have choices to make and aren't sure which one, or you're wanting to make changes and don't know quite how to do it. Now your clarifying card is down here, the 4 of Cups, and again this is like you're being handed something but you're saying, I just don't know. I don't know if that's what I want. Look, I'm looking at these other opportunities. You know, what about them? Which one should I pick? Which one is best for me? So there's a great deal of flux at the very beginning of the month, and it's as if you need to find a solution to why you're not able to pick A or B. Either there's too many good things on offer that you can't make your mind up about, or there's too many things on offer that aren't quite good enough. So I'm getting real mixed messages here. Each of you will know more which of these 2 ways is more suitable for you, but you definitely have to spend time thinking about it, and also remember the grass is not always greener on the other side, and consider all offers that are put your way. So think about them all. Be logical and put some intelligence behind it. Don't use just emotions. So some of these offers may come in writing, as we think of the swords contracts. So you might be offered something in a contract form. It might even be like if you're selling a house, you get more than one offer. Or if you're thinking of buying or jobs, you've got more than one thing handed to you. So quite a nice position to be anyhow, Leo. Let's move next to this powerful alignment here. The star and the wish card. Boom! Yeah, like booyah. I think everyone would want to get that in a reading, and they'd love to have it every reading. This is magic occurring, and this is the universe supporting you. So whatever it is over here you're thinking about, choose wisely, because it's your next portal of entry into wherever it is you're headed. It's your next directional phase, and these guys, your spirit guide, the helpers, collective consciousness, the universe, God, source, whatever you want to call it, is helping open the doors to make it happen. This is a card of benevolence, good luck, good fortune, prosperity. It's also a card of balance, and balancing the yin and yang, the night and dark, our fears and joys and everything else. So it's about taking everything into consideration. And the Nine of Cups is the wish card, which is, he's sitting there just almost in the same type of position as this guy, but having lost his worried face and replaced with a very satisfied grin, rather like a lion or a Leo can get. It's the card of fulfillment of your dreams. So this could be a very powerful time of making the right choice and heading in the right direction. You know, really get into this, guys, and ponder what it means to you personally, because I think it's quite a big thing that's coming up for a lot of you. So that brings us to the World card. Now the World symbolises the ending of a whole chapter in your life and the beginning of a new one, and the having learnt a great deal of life's journeys, and you're preparing onto this new journey. So it's a whole symbolic energy of a new phase, having completed one cycle and moving into another, and having learnt so much along the way. Oftentimes it can refer to physical travel. So some of you may be heading off on very big trips, and if it's not a physical trip or holiday, it's an internal one, like just this whole shift in your being and who you are. If it is physical, it might be an overseas experience where you are either going to work or live for some time or go on an extended holiday. And you may meet foreigners who speak different languages, who you just might become so connected to that they become lifelong friends or partners, even possibly. There's also a degree of sexuality in this card, so there can be sexual attractions and liaisons and physicalities that creep into it as well, new partnerships in that realm. There is also a degree of something in through here for the physical body, so that part of your sacral chakra or your root chakra, so the hips, thighs, through the digestive system and through the reproductive areas that may be being looked at one way or another. Some of you might have minor surgery or be looking into fixing up or charging up those parts of your body, removing any blockages. It's a fantastic card with quite a lot of in-depth meaning, and for each of you it will have a more relevant or different perspective. Your clarifying card down here is the Six of Rods, which is all about success and achieving accolades, and again it's the completion, if you like, of a project that has come to fruition with success. And I often think of exams, you know, like you may have been sitting final exams or completed a degree, a university degree or a trade degree or something along those lines, and this is the moment of victory, of success and honour. receiving medals or some type of award like that, and this is part of this whole cycle of knowledge and learning and experience all tied in together. So you've got quite an empowering, powerful reading coming out here for you guys for November that I think sets you for your futures into a very grand position of choice and direction if you choose the right ones. Also, just remember other people in your life, and don't always just be about the self. Include the people who might have helped you along the way, such as friends or teachers or colleagues or tutors. Everyone plays a role in how we get to where we are in life, even if we think we've done it ourselves. And we look here at this fourth card, the Nine of Rods, and he's looking back onto all of this, and he is also coming to this completion cycle after much input from his end and creativity and determination and success against other, you know, people putting their 2 cents worth in and him having to remain on top. And that card is often saying, don't give up, you're so close to your successes and victories. And I think he's just reiterating all of this that's going on here anyhow. Now, he can be about your career, so he could be talking about movement or improvement within your own job and being accepted by your bosses for promotions in particular, or for new ideas that you are putting forward, or even your own ideas might be being about to be finished, like if you're writing projects or theses or submitting things for other people to read or to be not produced but to be published. This card has a good feeling around that as well. And the clarifying card down here comes back to us in the financial looking zone. So somehow there might be money tied up with this up here. So it could be in your work or career sector or in your earnings, or you may be paid something for it that you least expected, or you may be given some kind of inheritance or funding for a project that you've been looking for some time. So, and again, I think of moving and foreign cities and job applications, possibly overseas. There's definitely some of you are doing that type of thing, and it may be a step up. With this one, he worries about his finances, but he actually has them in the right place more often than not. You could be quite tight with your money. You could be feeling frugal, but you might need to just keep monitoring where you have to pay your bills and what's due and what needs to be directed to which part of your life, and I think you'll be fine as you move through. So big reading, Leo. Hope you really enjoyed that. That's probably been the best one that I have seen so far, and really powerful, as I said in the beginning. Let's see what this last card is for you guys, for Leo, for November. Ask. It's a nice little soft card, kind of quite soft after all that activity. And ask, I'll read the words. Ask us to help you in this situation, and we will immediately go to work on your behalf. We're governed by many universal laws, and among them is the free will that allows you to make your own choices and decisions, so we patiently await your request. And I think the very first cards with the whole Two of Swords that came in this is connected to that. So you have to ask some questions, and remember I said that to you with the other card that was quite relative about not forgetting to do the asking and to check out what your options are, but to make a decision. So there's very much blue in there, and blue is about communication and the throat chakra and talking and written confirmation or written information, and I said there may have been contracts one way or another that were coming. So I think you just need to connect with either your spiritual helpers or support networkers or the collective conscious or something out there in the universe or someone close to you, and actually connect and ask at all levels, physically, emotionally and spiritually, and they're telling you quite clearly they will give you what you want, which is exactly what the next two cards said. So your reading has just been one tick after the next, after the next, after the next. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have really, really enjoyed this, and because I have, it's been a lovely one to do. I love that you sub, comment and like. It's all really important for the channel and to help the channel's growth as well. You guys are what I do the readings for, or rather, you guys are who I do the readings for. You're the ones that help the creativity at this end to produce these videos every month. So have a wonderful month ahead, Leo. You look like you're on the surge of power that epitomizes the Leo energy. Take care, everyone. Have much fun. Ask questions and just connect with all that wonderful energy. Thanks again. Much love. Namaste.